Okay, I forgot to record. All right then. So again, I would like to say that I would assume that all of you would agree with me to say that debating is just part of our life. And by debating here, I mean it's just exchanging ideas, opinions. It, it happens in our life that we might agree or disagree with anything. And if you agree or disagree, you need to support your agreement or disagreement with giving some kinds of ideas, opinions, just to support your your position. Either you agree or disagree. All right then. So that's number one. And number two, I think in any debating situation, I would assume that all of you would agree with me to say that there are only two positions available. Agree or disagree. And in a debate format, people would say something like government side or the opposition side. What else? In our debating format, we are using the term affirmative group, which is just like agree with the idea or with the opinion, agree with the topic. And another side is, of course, disagree, those who disagree, or the opposition group. So basically, there are two sides. And if you are, I don't know, if you spend some time, if you manage to browse perhaps on YouTube's or on any websites explaining what debate is and the debate formats, I think you might come across with the two major debate formats. Two major debate formats available. By debating here, I mean is the formal, like in a contest or in a competition. Of course, everywhere we might get involved in a debating activities. You know, like in campus, at homes, on the side of the street, in cafe, in shops, anywhere. But those are perhaps considered as the casual or informal kinds of debating activities. Here, what I mean by the debating format is the formal kinds of debating activities. So there are two major debating formats. I don't know if you manage to get into those two kinds. Any one of you would inform me the two major formats of debate. I have mentioned somewhere in my video. I don't know if you managed to watch the video from the beginning until the end. It's there in the middle or somewhere in the YouTube, in my YouTube channel. Is there anyone? Two major debate formats available at the international levels, including Indonesia also. We are following those two formats. Number one is the British parliamentary debate format. So British parliamentary debate format. It's quite popular in our university debate competition. University debate competition. We are following the British parliamentary debate format. There's nothing much different, but just a matter of how many speakers are in the team. So like there are 4 speakers in each team. In each 2 teams there are 4 speakers. That's the debate, the British parliamentary debate format. Well, we're not gonna discuss this in further details because there are there's a little bit what do you call the terms for each speakers is a bit need some time to understand and to remember. So the 4 speakers, that there are they call it like for the affirmative or the government side, there is a prime minister, and then the deputy prime minister, the second speaker, and the third one is the member of the parliament, things like that. And the fourth speaker, there are four speakers in the British parliamentary debate format, and the fourth one is like the government whip. And as for the opposition team, of course there is a leader of the opposition, and the second one is the what do you call, the deputy leader of the opposition. I know it's like this term is sometimes quite confusing. And then the third speaker is the member of the oppositions, and the last one is of course the last speaker is like the whip. Okay. So there are four speakers. Now you might want to learn on your own, try to browse. I think there are so many information available on the YouTube and also on the websites. Now another one is the Asian parliamentary debate format, which is the one that we are referring to. It is simpler. There are only three speakers. In each team, and the three speakers of each team is considered to be only one team, because in another format, the British parliamentary debate format, although there are two big teams, two groups, but actually each group consists of two teams, so it's kind of a little bit confusing. So two teams in each group, two teams in another group. So there are four teams competing each other. So let's just forget about that. Okay. So I would rather discuss on the simpler kind of format, which is the Asian debating format, the one that we are discussing so far. So that there are three speakers in each group. How many speakers again, class, in each group? Sorry, how many speakers in each group? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm afraid that you can't listen to my voice. So,
but I think your voice is like
lagging. It's like pausing. It's like
lag. Yeah, it's like.
What's going on with my? I think the connection is a bit. Can you see the my connection?
It was red.
And red is in danger, huh?
In yours is red.
Yeah.
In mine was white.
What is that white? What does it mean?
White is fine. It's fine connection.
Come again? Is what? Bad.
Now it's yellow.
In mine, you're white. That means your connection is very fine.
Oh, okay.
Right. I mean, it was red. I mean, not now, but it was.
It's like a fluctuating. Huh? It's not basically.
Yeah.
It could be unstable connection, perhaps. I don't know. I think.
I don't know. It's mine or.
Oh, okay.
Connection of your connection.
It's okay. I mean, how about my voice now? Can you listen to my voice?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, right.
Yeah, good.
All right. Now, so how many speakers available in the format that we are discussing so far in each group? The affirmative or the government and the opposition sides. How many speakers? All of them.
3 by each.
Yeah, three. Okay, 3 by each. Okay, 3 speakers in each group. Okay, all right. Let's just try to remember a bit of the what do you call? Let's say the names of each speaker, and not the name. So the first speaker we would name as the captain. So like in a British parliamentary debate format, it is prime minister, but here is the captain. Okay, it's also similar to the opposition. It's a captain of the affirmative, captain of the opposition, right? And then the next one, which is supposed to be the first speaker, actually, they call it the first speaker. So the second speaker is I mean the second turn. Those who are taking the second turn is the first speaker, and the last turn is the second speaker. The third turn is the second speaker. So basically, the three speakers are the captain, and then the first speaker, and the second speaker. As simple as that. Okay. Now, okay, and I think it's quite simple that each speaker takes their turn. Okay, and there is something additional to this turns taking at the end. After the question and answer session, because the second part of the debate is like a questioning and answering session. So each team can ask the questions and another should answer the questions. And the last is like a closing speech. In the British parliamentary debate format, it's the last speech, or what do you call it? Yes, the last speech is done by the last speaker, by the fourth speaker in the British parliamentary debate format. But in the Asian parliamentary debate format, the last speech is given by the captain again. The first speaker in the group. As simple as that. Right. So to kind of stick all these names and terms into our mind, let's just try to go to our. Let me share screen over here. I think I got some. It should be. Okay. Can you see something on the screen, class?
Not yet, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
I got.
It's good.
No, it seems.
No, do you see something on the screen now? It's a speaker and the purpose of role of the speaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
yes.
good,
I can
good,
see.
good. All right. So these are basically the speakers. Okay. So you have a captain affirmative, captain of the oppositions, the first speaker of the affirmative, the first speaker of the opposition, the second speaker of the affirmative, second speaker of the opposition, right? So the captain of the affirmative, can you choose A, B, C? You got the answer here. So what is the role of the captain of the affirmative? Class, what is the role of the captain of the affirmative?
Sets out the terms of the debate.
Okay, hold on. Can I write something over here? Hold on, please. I cannot write. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F. For the captain of affirmative, A, B, C, D. Which one?
C.
C, all right, because that is the answer here. You see the alphabet C, D, F, A, B, E here, okay? Yeah. So the captain affirmative, of course, sets out the terms. So if you watch the video, I think we have like 2 videos, the samples of the debate on 2 motions. Okay. So you can see that the captain affirmative sets out the terms of the debate. So the first speaker in the affirmative is a captain, needs to kind of explain the terms, what he or she means by each term in the motion. So this one, the role of the captain of the affirmative, sets out the problem and suggests the motion, and suggests that the motion gives a solution. So this is his or her role. And then the captain of the opposition is D here, argues that the solution of the problem proposed by the captain fails to deal with the problem. And then the first speaker of the affirmative is an F here. He or she has to say that the solution proposed by the captain does deal with the problem, because it did affirmative, right? And of course, the opposition would kind of say the, he has to counter the argument of the first speaker. So basically, these are the role of each speaker in the in this kind of format. So let me stop sharing screen here. Okay. So do you see that there is a kind of giving argument and then there is a countering argument? Do you see something like that, Klaus?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, from each speakers, do you see that each speaker has to, on the other side, like for example, the affirmative side has to provide the arguments, and then those who are in the oppositions have to provide another argument to counter. So it's like a giving argument, and then you have to counter. So this is the kind of skills that, of course, it is not easy. Do you agree with me that countering argument is, well, if it is already prepared, it's okay. Like what we have done so far, everything is well prepared. But in the real debating, man, this is a kind of skill that all of us need to practice and to what do you call? Yeah, we need a practice. We need drills. We need the drillings. We need to actually we need a special club to do regular exercises, regular practices of trying to get ideas to counter other people's argument. It is not easy. And well, I hope in this class we might find some enough times to do some kinds of that drillings. But of course, to be honest, I think it's not going to be that perfect. It's not going to be ideal for us to kind of what do you call, get the best skills that we can out of this small class, out of this because it's supposed to be regular exercises, and it should be really focused on the drillings. Well, so this is the thing that we need to what do you call? But basically, we had all the tools because in order to what do you call, to develop an argument, you need some kinds of what do you call, being critical of other side, and also in this case, man, debating needs more than just speaking. So it's need also the writing skills. Of course, in the real debating contest, you don't have enough time to do some what do you call, essay or complete what do you call, complete paragraphs of arguments. But at least if you are already having enough exercises, that will be kind of automatic because it's already there, and the skill, the competence is already there. You just need to put it into your actual presentation, which is based on your writing. Actually, while you are speaking, you have to also kind of write what your arguments are, and it follows just exactly like writing an argumentative kinds of writing. So you got the introduction, you got the body, you got the conclusion. So basically, your speech in a limited time, let's say 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Sometimes there are seven minutes. So the 7 minutes of speech has to be divided into at least 3 parts. You got the introduction, you got the body of your main arguments, and then you have to summarize what do you call, your argument. So it's as simple as that. All right. I think so far, do you have any questions? It's our topics before we are going into. So basically, we are, as far as formal debate format is concerned, there are some terms that we need to be familiar with, and I think all of us are familiar with all of those terms, like the topic of a debate. What do you call a topic of debate?
Motion.
motion, right? It's very simple. And if it is a contest, if it is a competition, there must be a group of judge, group of panelists, those who are gonna decide who is the most convincing group by their arguments. It's like a judge. So what do you call a judge in the debate competition?
Educator.
Adjudicator. Okay,
Adjudicator,
adjudicator. Right. And what else? It's like speakers are there, and I think basically those are the basic terms that you need to be familiar with. So far, class, do you have any question as far as debating is concerned? No questions? Ray, do you have any question?
Sir,
Yes, go.
when are we going to argue with, I debating, I mean?
Okay. You are not patient enough to be in that situation. I have some other lectures, so I'm not the only one who are handling the course. So we are always discussing with other lecturers because we are online, and I don't know how we are still thinking how to make into kind of like debating if it is a real debating. So the actual classroom would be the best and ideal situation. Online, I don't know what to do with the online. Should I divide you into two groups and everyone is like, we'll see into that. Okay, who's asking the question? Zeki, is that you asking the question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we'll see into that later. Okay. So please hold on for some time. Okay. Basically, so far, I think what we have assigned to the students is just video recording. So at least this is, I'm going into that observation later. But since I cannot, I'm still having a little bit problems with my Google Drive. So I watched some of your videos, and I'm gonna give you my observations and all those videos. But basically, generally speaking, as far as some videos I have already watched, it takes the general observations that yes, it is a recording, and it is based on the script, because I have given you the script, and you have to kind of acting up. You are acting as if you are delivering your opinion. You are, if not arguing, at least you are explaining. If you are a captain of the affirmative or captain of the opposition, you are explaining the terms. But everything is based on the script, and I would see some of you are still reading. I mean, if there is a script, of course, we might read. I think Fajar would be familiar with this. Fajar, are you there? Fajar, I think he has done some presentation with me in the previous class. As far as reading and speaking is concerned, so my general observation,
sir.
yeah, my general observations of some of the videos that I have already watched, because you are kind of reading the script, so it's your videos still show that you are somehow rather reading. You are not really speaking. It's okay. We will come to that point later on. Right, guys. Any more questions? Otherwise, then we're gonna. Today's topic is not really that serious. It's on the persuasion, still like what do you call argumentative kind of writing, but in this case, it's speaking. So, any more questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay, right. So the language of persuasion is our today's topic. The language of persuasion, to persuade, right? As far as persuasion is concerned, and the today's motion, if you are, we're going to do something related to smoking. I don't know. This must be a favorite topic on smoking. That the government would ban smoking in public. The motion, something like the government will ban smoking in public place, or public area, something like that. Right. So if you're observing the advertisement of cigarettes or yeah, cigarette. What do you think is the interesting point of those advertisements? Maybe on television, it could be on the online, the websites, or even on the newspapers. You know, the hard copy newspapers or magazines. You would see some posters or some videos. What do you call, advertising any brand of cigarettes. What do you notice from those advertisements? Can anyone say something on that? Because it has something to do with the persuasion, you know. Any ideas on the cigarettes advertisement on TVs, magazines, on the websites online? Do you think that the advertisement is interesting?
Not really.
Okay, not really. Okay, all right. Not really interesting. Okay, but as far as the design is concerned and the language they're using, do they really asking people to smoke?
No.
No.
They persuade people with the symbol.
Yeah, symbol. Okay, good. You are going to that point. Symbols and what else? Okay, with the pictures.
Like strong, and
Strong,
something
brave.
like
Well, right, that's nice. Let's try to go to the. I think I got some samples of the. I've just downloaded some files over here. Where is it? Hold on for a while. I'm still checking. So all Windows. Let's see. Where are they? Where are you? Okay, hold on. Google Drive. This will provide class. I'm looking for my. I don't know if it's here. What do you see now on your screen?
Yeah.
So
It's a desktop, is it?
Yes, I can see it.
Do you see a picture? Hold on, I'm still opening it. It's still opening. Oh, it's kind of. It's the processing. Oh, it takes time, huh? Come on. Let's go. Oh, it takes time. Do you see a picture on the screen?
The picture still on loading.
Still loading, huh?
Loading.
Man, I think it's gonna take a long time to open the pictures. I don't know. Right. So, like, say for example, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not smoking, so I am not really familiar with all those, you know. But basically, like I think the most which I remember is like LA. You know LA. What is LA? It's not Los
Los
Angeles.
Angeles.
No, it's not that one. Come on. What is that? I think they got LA, something like that. Is it Sampurna?
Smoke.
Yeah. I mean, cigarette. It's,
Oh, LA Lights.
yeah. Okay. Do you remember the tagline?
LA lights, enjoy aja.
Exactly. That's nice, you know. So you know that's it's the power of the word enjoy aja. What do you think of that word? It has nothing to do with the smoking, right? With the cigarettes, it's like enjoy aja. So what these expressions say? I mean, what does it appeal to those who are watching or listening to that kinds of word? Enjoy
From what I
aja.
could get from that line, if you
Your voice, I cannot hear. Oh, okay.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
again, yes.
From
Say
what
it
I
again.
hear and what I know from that line, your epiphany head will be gone if you smoke with the LA Light cigarette.
All right. So it's like offering the what do you call
The freedom.
of freedom. Okay, freedom and in Jayaja it's like you know, be happy. You know,
Ah,
I
yeah.
mean, take it easy. Nothing's
Mm.
everything is gonna be okay, right? Yeah, it's life is happy, man. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. You know, nothing. Don't care about problems. Forget about problems. This is our life, you know. So all this kind of, it's really touching our. So people don't really think of smoking. It's like it's saying that you know when you are yeah when you are consuming or smoking this particular brand of cigarettes, then you're gonna forget all your problems and you're gonna be enjoying every moment. So it's like this is you know like emotional. You know that one. This is you know people are yeah yeah yeah, I think that's you know like this is the
The excitement.
persuasion. Yeah, actually this is the kind of what do you call there is
Excitement.
that yeah it's excitement also there is a it's not convincing but uh, persuade persuade it's persuade us and it's a persuasive that phrase enjoy aja it's persuasive so to learn basic you know basic ways how to touch because when you are debating you need to kind of touch the audience and the listeners especially the judge the adjudicators you might want to use this kind of strategies so it's like emotional kinds of things emotional appeal right and also you know like when you are talking with your friends say for example about the dangers of smoke let's just forget that I know that many of you might might smoke and you might it's okay I mean agree or
I don't.
disagree
I don't.
it's okay no problem. I'm not talking about you generally I mean most many people would have the habit of smoking right I not you but there are some yeah I mean this is just a choice no problem and we have always the argument on that there is now there is something like say for example you know the dangers of smoking and say for example you know we have been smoking for quite some time and we got like god forbids got like a disease you know like what is the the what do you call the disease which are quite
Pneumonia,
related pneumonia all right what else
lung cancer.
okay, lung cancer. I think it's quite popular. Okay? Whenever there's smoking, lung cancer. Let's say, for example, you know, if not us, maybe somebody else who had been smoking for quite some time, and then he or she has to quit because of this lung cancer, and then when he or she tells some difficulties or problems, diseases that she or he had gone so far, after smoking. So it's like a personal experience. So this kind of argument, it's gonna be appealing. I mean, it's gonna be touching because it's your personal experience. And also when you are arguing, you kind of have some what do you call personal strength. I don't know. It's like inside yourself supports your speaking activities. Suddenly, all of a sudden, you got so many words and so many vocabularies, and everything is in your head because it's your personal experience. So this is the second should I say strategy. Make it personal, or try to argue with some personal experience kind of facts or data experience. So that will be make your argument also convincing. So the first is emotional. By emotional, you can use some tagline. You can use some words which are quite what do you call, makes people wow, you know, like surprising, and oh yes, that's right. You can also put some pictures, you know, like in the cigarettes, because there is a regulation that all cigarettes package should put some pictures of, I don't know, lung cancer. Do you realize that on the package of the smokes or cigarettes?
Yes, I do. It was just to scare people.
Yeah, there's a scary kind of pictures over there with lung cancer or whatever, some other what do you call serious diseases. Okay, so that pictures. So by putting pictures also can attract your emotional.
Not gonna lie, sir. That picture scares me a lot.
That picture scares you?
It looks gory.
Sorry,
Yeah,
so
it looks gory.
so is it scary for you, or it's just nothing?
For me,
I mean, I saw the literal organ, human organ.
they were literally cut up with that.
You mean
Yeah.
the throat, things like that?
No, halfway there.
The lungs, the
Yeah,
lungs.
the lungs,
Yeah.
and also yeah, right. And that's really say many things, right? Thousands words, more than just thousands of words. Pictures can speak a lot than just speaking. So that's somehow rather you can put in your argument presentation some kinds of words, I mean diction, selection of words to appeal to the emotional part of everyone who are watching you or who are listening to you. So emotional appeals and the personal appeals. By personal appeals, not only your own experience. You can refer to the people in authority, like doctor, for example. Okay, so instead of just saying that smoking is bad for you, yes, smoking is bad for you is not really appealing. It's just, yeah, so what? People, yeah, so what? It's not really powerful and persuasive. So you might want to refer to the doctors. Okay, maybe you cite some medical reports or medical what do you call it? medical proofs, right? Or you might want also to refer to the scientists, which are who are really authoritative in chemicals, perhaps what what substances are in the cigarettes, you know, the chemicals and the substances and those who are dangerous, perhaps. So you can cite the scientists, and also if not you, perhaps if not our own personal experience, you can have some other relatives experience, your friends, your family's experience, like that. So this is called the what do you call, the personal appeals, right? So for this purpose, let's just sharing you the today's topic. Today's topic is this one. Let me slide show. Okay, guys. So this is our today's topic. So let me go to the next one. I is the meaning of the persuasion, refers to the efforts to persuade, encourage, convince, motivate someone, a listener is quite the language of persuasion. So it's using some words, sentences to encourage. Okay, of course, sure. Right. And then to be a person, speaker, or writer, you need to consider argument from the point of view of the audience. All right, so you have to know your audience. I think in the debate contest or debate competitions, I mean the audience are quite clear. I mean you don't need to be. I think this is quite common sense. So let's just go to the next one. Of course, okay, a debate speech is supposed to persuade listeners, yes, and you have to show that your ideas or your opinions or your arguments are better. By better here means more convincing and more logical, right? Okay, so the level of persuasion. So let's go to this one. There you go, right? So class, can you see this one? The level of persuasiveness, the level, the degree of the persuasiveness. Of course, there are an expression can be considered to be strong, strongly persuade us, or can just so. It's like average kind of persuasion level, and an expression could be, it's a weak. It's like doesn't move us. Doesn't move us that strong. It's just doesn't appeal to us much. So it's a weak. So let's try to see over here. Let's say for number 1 over here, class. Smoking causes cancer. So in terms of weak, average, or strong, how you would say about the first one? Smoking causes cancer. This statement, is it weak, average, or strong? Class, can you say something on that?
Average, I think.
Strong.
Smoking
Average.
causes. Okay, average. Okay. All right, strong. Why do you say this is strong? Smoking causes cancer.
Strong because there's a bunch of celebrity died because of smoking, because of the cancer.
Right. So it's not. There is something new. That there isn't something new on that, right? Smoking causes cancer. It's like a fact. So everyone is familiar with that. It's like everywhere. It's a common sense. I know smoking causes cancer. So what, right? So this kind of thing, Ray. So this is. I think anyone else would say something on this? Is it strong enough? Smoking causes cancer statement. Who says
Average.
average? Who's that saying?
Zeki.
Zeki. Yeah. Okay. Just average. Okay. Okay. Average. Not really touching us to move. It's not really moving.
So common.
It's so common, and because of so common, maybe we would consider not only average, it's just a week. So if you say you cannot expect a lot to win somebody's agreement, just saying smoking causes cancer. I know that one, man. So there's nothing new on that, right? I mean, this would be considered as a weak. So let me just put here W here. So it's weak, not really strong. Smoking is bad. Don't smoke. Smoking is bad. Smoking is bad. Don't smoke. What do you think?
Weak.
If you listen to somebody saying to that and say, for example, you are a smoker, what are you gonna do? If somebody saying smoking is bad, don't smoke. You are gonna it may be appealing to your emotion, to his or her emotion, but it's gonna be negative emotion. It's not a positive one. So this is a weak, right? I think you might agree with me. This is a weak one. How about number 3? Number 3, smoking will kill you. Each cigarette shortens your life by 11 minutes. That's what do you think? Is it strong, weak, or just average? Plus, are you there? Number 3, smoking will kill you. Each cigarette shortens your life.
Weak.
It's weak. Okay. Ray said it is weak. Why do you think why do you say it's a weak?
Because if the cigarettes shorten life by 11 minutes, people would have died plenty of them.
Oh, okay. All right. That's your argument. Oh, nice. Okay. Nicely put. Right. Anyone else? Any other opinion on that? Number 3, is it weak, strong, or average?
Yeah, I think it's weak too.
Okay.
Because-
Why do? Yeah. Okay. Go.
Each cigarettes, each cigarette shorten your life by 11 minutes. How do you know each life of all of people? I mean, we don't know how we die,
Okay.
when we die.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Except if we have healing factor, that would be different story.
Great. Okay, that's a very nice observation of you. I mean, but basically here we compare. I mean, here we compare only the sentences here. I mean, number 3 compared to number 2, number 2 compared to number 1. So 3 here compared to number 2 and number 1. Do you think it is number 1? We agree that this is weak because it's too common, too general, and number 2 I think is quite direct. There is no argument or anything there. It's just a statement. Okay, it doesn't carry any supporting ideas or proof or whatever. But by this one, I would assume that this 11 minutes, it should be taken from maybe from the journals, from the medical proof or something like that. Okay, so somehow rather, and number 3, it gives some additional point which can be considered as a proof. It's instead of just a facts, this is a kind of a medical kind of thing. So here we would consider comparing these to number 1 and number 2. I mean, okay, you're not talking to the other consideration. So this could be considered as a somehow rather is a strong, somehow rather. Why? Because it adds to the statement with something like what do you call, medical or scientific let's say proof or
Journal.
argument. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so compared to the number 1, number 2, so this one is relatively strong. How about number 4? Smoking will cause your lungs to rot and lead to early death. Pay attention to what rot here. What's the meaning of rot?
Membusuk. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's gonna be rotten. Rotten is like I mean, you're gonna destroy your lung, and you can see the pictures like in the package of the cigarette. That's the rotten or the rotting lungs, huh? It's been pictured there. So
Yeah.
here it's you remember the advertisement of the cigarettes in the TV just now, the LA enjoy aja, you know, the diction of the words. Look at the rot. When you can rot, what? Rotten. Oh my god. So what do you call scary. It scared me a lot when it's rot, and then you the pictures of the rotten lungs, it comes into your mind, and suddenly it's a little bit moving. So this one, somehow rather, we might want to say this is a little, a good way of touching the what do you call, the emotional appeal. It has something like emotional appeal. So this one could be considered as a somehow rather it's a strong. And here number 5. What do you think? Number 5, smoking causes bad.
It's absolutely strong, sir.
Yellow teeth.
Yes, that's also strong.
Okay,
Strong.
could be strong, but again, this one is like it's like a common. I don't know. It's like a common kind of thing, right? But because
I
I
think
think
that's there's a context, sir. I
come
mean,
again.
for someone can, I mean, it's strong argument
Mm-hmm.
who can relate. I mean, the example is me. Actually, my father.
It's
Okay.
My father dies in tuberculosis because of smoke a lot.
Uh-huh. Uh,
Yeah, I mean,
you're talking about number four, or number five.
number five.
Number five, bad causes bad breath and yellow teeth. So it's more into physiological
Yeah,
appearance, like breath and also the teeth and things like that. It
I
could
don't know,
be,
but teeth, but breath. Yeah, absolutely right.
yeah. So it's like common, right? I mean, people would say, "I know." So what? I mean, this is could be much better than number one. Much better than number one, and
I
much
think
better
it's
than
average.
number two. Yeah, it could be. I mean, it could be average. Well, this is of course is not absolute. This is kind of just for us to. I mean, to consider because it's quite relative. You know, you could say strong, it could be weak, but for sure, number one, number two is weak. Number one, number two are weak, but number three, four, five, you can say you can say some things on number three, four, five. But basically, we might want to say that number three is strong, number four is strong, but number five is common. Yes, common, but it is uh, uh, have some what do you call it? Some some phenomena, some what do you call it? Some yeah, you can see that around you, around us, those who are smoking have bad breath and also perhaps could have yellow teeth. Okay, something like that. All right, so let's go to the next one. What do we have? This one. Okay, a speaker in a debate may try to convince his or her audience through the following appeals: emotional. Yeah, we have talked on this already. Emotional, and then personal, and the last one, of course, this is no mercy on this, no compromise on this. You need to be logical, and in fact, this is the adjudicator or the judge of the debates contest would put much weight on this part, the logical, how logical your argument is, how logical you have developed the arguments. Okay, so let's so these are the three appeals: emotional appeals, personal appeals, and logical appeals. The emotional one, of course, if you put some pictures, or if you choose some words, it can somehow rather move somebody's feeling or somebody's emotions. Okay, so the diction, the choice of words, and also the pictures, and all those. Yeah, I think all of us quite familiar with all these cigarettes advertisement. They really put these emotional appeals quite a lot in their advertisement. So but the logical appeal, do you see do you see any logical appeal of the cigarette advertisement? What do you think, Zeki?
I'm sorry, sir. What?
In the cigarette advertisements, do you see any logical appeal? Are they logical? The advertisement? Enjoy Aja. It doesn't have anything to do with the cigarette. It's something else. It is
Yeah.
just not logical, but it is emotional appealing. There is a emotional there. There is touching the people's emotion. Nothing to do with the logical. If people are logical, they won't choose to smoke because of the advertisement, but just because they are more into emotional, then it could somehow rather persuade a group of people, right? So let's try to continue this. So we have the emotional appeals, and we have the personal appeals, of course, like your own experience or your family or relatives experience. or you might want to cite from the from the people in authority, like as far as smoking is concerned, you might want to refer to the doctors, okay, or medical experts, right? Or you might want to also refer to the scientific groups, to the scientists, just to what they call to support your argument and to make your argument convincing to the audience or to the listeners. All right, thank you, and that's the end of our discussion for today. Right, class. So basically, there won't be anything new from today's topic. It's all about the persuasion, and as far as when are you gonna do the what you call the actual debating? So up to this point, we might just think of assigning some video recordings, but that's the only thing that we might want to do up to now. And I think it's quite similar to other groups of debating classes. If you might want to ask them, I think they would just, up to this point, basically they just learn basic kinds of things and do some video recordings, which in our classes, since I'm still having problem with my Google Drives, I hope that by this week I can settle all the problems, so you can send me more files and I can update more files in our Google Classrooms. Right, class, so far that's all for today's topic. And do you have any questions to raise so far? What do you think of our class? Ray, what do you think of our class?
It's good.
I don't think so.
So it's always good with
I don't think so.
around you, sir.
I would expect that to be more like communicative in class. But it seems that, and I know this is the afternoon classes, and perhaps all of you are a bit tired, and I don't know. I would expect more students would participate in the in the communications. I'm asking you answers, and you are asking, and then I give some kinds of response to that. So far, class, can anyone say something about our class so far? Are you enjoying the class, or other than Ray? So far, I got Zeki and
My
Fajar.
connection is good, so yes, I enjoy it.
Come again? Who's saying that? Adimas, is that?
Fajar.
Fajar.
I'm really enjoying the class.
Oh, Adimas, all right, okay. I enjoy the class, but I can hear your voice. It's only 3 or 4 of us. Anyway, it's okay, Adimas, all right. Yes, anyone else want to say something on our class? It's connection? What do you think of the connection? Listen, I heard somebody's talking about. Rizky, you want to
It's
say
Fajar,
something?
sir.
Fajar, yes, Fajar.
Yeah, the connection.
My connection?
No. I barely can hear you because my connection is.
Oh, okay. So very sorry to hear that. Well, are you using the Wi-Fi or the?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi
Okay. Well, what's that? What's yours?
in the home.
Me too. We have the same one, but it depends on the places, perhaps. Huh? All right. Okay. Right. Rizky, you want to say something? Or do you want me to give you the assignments this week? No assignment yet.
No, sir.
But have you done your?
Yes, I
okay.
enjoy the class, but sometimes
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Just say you don't have to think of what you say. Just say like Ray, you just I don't want to say, man. Just say that. He doesn't seem to have any problem, huh? Look at his face. Look at Ray's face. He's the guy with no problem, I guess.
He's always like that.
look at his eyes, man. Yes, Risky. Anyone else want to say something other than we're gonna wrap up today's session? Are you expecting assignments this week?
Hard to say.
How to say? Just say yes, man, and I'll assign you something. No way. Okay. I think you better take some more rest for this week, huh? All right, class. It seems that there is more. Do you have any more to say, Risky? No. All right. Okay then. So I think it's almost 2:30. It's 2:20 here. And if there is no more questions, then that's all for today, class. So basically, well, I didn't give anything new. It's just kind of refreshing what we had so far, right? So if there is no more questions, then that's all for today. And I would thank you for joining our class. Hope you would enjoy your rest of the day and all of the days in the week. Right? Thank you very much, class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah, assalamualaikum and very good afternoon, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.
Have a nice day.
You too. Take care.